This part of the river that I've put in pink, this is actually what we call an increased sensitivity zone. Basically, when they were doing their permit, they were unaware of the fact that they had to look at archaeological issues in this area because, as we mentioned already, like the tribe has this history with the area. The Menominee people have their origin story in this section of the river. And even though the tribe was pushed a little further west and they're in Wisconsin, this is the place that their creation story takes place, at the mouth of the Menominee River and upstream at these islands in the river called 60 Islands. And so it's rich in archaeological sites, including garden beds, which are these ancient agricultural features that you can still see, and they think that they date to 1,000 years ago. A really rich area. There are mounds, there are culturally significant sites like dance rings that are still visible, and burial mounds. Yeah, lots of concerns there. So then if we zoom in here, you can see this circle. Can you see that shape? That's actually the mine pit area, and we'll see better images of that. I just wanted to kind of share that in terms of its proximity to the river. Like, here's the circle, here's the river. Really, really close. I'm going to turn off the archaeological layers now so you can see some other details better.
And how many acres across is that mine pit? Get an idea.
I believe it's 85 acres roughly, just for the pit. And I have a couple slides that try to like translate that because it's abstract. Unless you're a farmer and you know the size of the field in your mind really well, I think it's really hard to like visualize what that is. So this area that's in dark purple.
How deep? Yeah.
Oh, how deep? Approximately 800 feet, which is also hard to visualize, and that's at the center of the pit. So we'll have a couple other images that show that too better. But so basically, just be aware. Like, here's the pit. The archaeological zone overlaps with the pit. They own a great deal of the property, sort of here and south on the Menominee River that they want to trade some land that's a little further away with the state of Michigan, because approximately 2/3 of that pit, the shape of the pit, is state of Michigan land. And so they can't do what they're planning to do unless they have the ability to mine that area out. And the impacts to cultural resources and also natural resources, just in that area, you'll see that there are wetlands. Even though there aren't a lot of those shaky lake type lakes in there, there are wetlands all over in there. And it actually defines the shape of their mining application, because they're trying to work around all the wetlands. And then, so if we zoom all the way in, you can see these islands sort of in the river underneath that pink. The islands are that part of the origin story I was talking about, the 60 Islands area of the Menominee River. And it's also important to know, can everybody see that blue line that my cursor is kind of pointing to? Faint blue line. That's the 100-year flood line. And that's very, very close to that, which is the edge of their pit. And so they have proposed a barrier wall called a cutoff wall that will be basically like a kind of a surface dam. It'd be, you'd dredge out a line, you'd fill it with kind of a kind of cement that is going to be water resistant. And what they want to do is, during mining, keep the Menominee from pouring in, and after mining, keep the stuff that's inside from pouring out.